I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. If you're afraid, don't do it. If you're doing it, don't be afraid. An action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure. There is no value in anything until it is finished. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. The greatest happiness is to vanquish your enemies, to chase them before you, to rob them of their wealth, to see those dear to them bathed in tears, to clasp to your bosom their wives and daughters. A man's greatest joy is crushing his enemies. With heaven's aid I have conquered for you a huge empire. But my life was too short to achieve the conquest of the world. That task is left for you. I hate luxury. I exercise moderation. It will be easy to forget your vision and purpose when you have fine clothes, fast horses and beautiful women. In which case, you will be no better than a slave, and you will surely lose everything. The strength of a wall is neither greater nor less than the courage of the men who defend it. Remember, you have no companions but your shadow. Come and sip from the cup of destruction. A leader can never be happy until his people are happy. All who surrender will be spared. Whoever does not surrender, but opposes with struggle and dissension, shall be annihilated. It is not sufficient that I succeed. All others must fail. There is no good in anything until it is finished. Even when a friend does something you do not like, he continues to be your friend. Be of one mind and one faith, that you may conquer your enemies and lead long and happy lives. One arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. Just as God gave different fingers to the hands, so has He given different ways to men. The merit in action lies in finishing it to the end. If my body dies, let my body die, but do not let my country die. One of the joys of travel is visiting new towns and meeting new people. Those who were adept and brave fellows I have made military commanders. Those who were quick and nimble I have made herders of horses. Those who were not adept I have given a small whip and sent to be shepherds. People conquered on different sides of the lake should be ruled on different sides of the lake. If one must drink, then let one drink thrice a month, for more is bad. If one gets drunk twice a month, it is better. If one gets drunk once a month, that is better still. And if one doesn't drink at all, that is the best of all. In the space of 7 years, I have succeeded in accomplishing a great work and uniting the whole world in one empire. Perhaps my children will live in stone houses and walled towns. Not I. Despite all expectations, the time of my last campaign and of my passing is near. I wish to die at home. Let not my end disarm you, and on no account weep for me, lest the enemy be warned of my death. Heaven has appointed me to rule all the nations, for hitherto there has been no order upon the steppes. The pleasure and joy of man lies in treading down the rebel and conquering the enemy, in tearing him up by the root, in taking from him all that he has. Violence never settles anything. How can one withdraw? Even if we die, let us challenge their boasts. Eternal heaven, you be the judge. Not even a mighty warrior can break a frail arrow when it is multiplied and supported by its fellows. As for the clothes I wear and the food I eat, I shall have the same as cowherds and grooms, and I shall treat my soldiers as brothers. Heaven grew weary of the excessive pride and luxury of China. A person is more work to break his enemies, drive them before him, and of them all is to hear the screams of those they loved. Mother Earth is broad, and her rivers and waters are numerous. I leave you the greatest empire in the world, but your preserving it depends upon your remaining always united. If discord steals in among you, all will most assuredly be lost. As my calling is high, the obligations incumbent upon me are also heavy. And I fear that in my ruling, there may be something wanting. When it was wet, we bore the wet together. When it was cold, we bore the cold together. If you insult the mother who gave you your life from her heart, if you cause her love for you to freeze up, even if you apologize to her later, the damage is done. I'm going by the law, so that peace and happiness in the world are hard and fast rules. Let there be between us a firm treaty of friendship, amity, and peace. And let traders and caravans on both sides come and go. As long as you brothers support one another and render assistance to one another, your enemies can never gain victory over you.